This is chapter 36 of Legend, June. 800 hours, Ruby Sector, 64 degrees Fahrenheit outside. They will be executed tomorrow evening. Thomas shows up at my door. He invites me to an early movie showing before we have to report to Bolta Hall. The glory of the flag, he tells me. I've heard good reviews. It's about a Republic girl who captures a colony's spy. I say yes. If I'm going to help John escape tonight, I'd better make sure I keep Thomas feeling good about our relationship. No need for him to get suspicious. The oncoming hurricane, fifth one this year, shows its first signs as soon as Thomas and I step out onto the streets. An ominous gale, a gust of ice-cold wind, startling in the otherwise humid air. Birds are uneasy. Stray dogs take shelter instead of wandering. Fewer motorcycles and cars pass by on the streets. Trucks deliver extra jugs of drinking water and canned food to the high-rise residents. Sandbags, lamps, and portable radios are rationed out too. Even the trial stadiums have postponed the trial's schedule for the day the storm will arrive. I suppose you must be excited, what with everything that's going on, Thomas says as we file into the theater. Won't be long now. I nod and smile. People pack every seat in the house today, in spite of the windy weather and impending blackouts. Before us looms the theater room's giant cube, a four-sided projector screen with one side pointed towards each block of seats. It shows a steady stream of ads and news updates while we wait. I don't think excited is the best term for how I'm feeling, I reply, but I have to say I'm looking forward to it. Do you know the details about how it'll go? Well, I know I'll be monitoring the soldiers in the square. Thomas keeps his attention on the rotating commercials. Our side currently shows a bright, gaudy, "Is your child's trial coming up?" Sent him to ACE Trials for a free tutoring consultation. Who knows what the crowd might do? They're probably already gathering. As for you, you'll probably be inside, leading Day to the yard. Commander Jameson will tell us more when it's time. Very well. I let myself think over my plans again, details of which have been running through my mind ever since I met Cade last night. I'll need time to deliver uniforms to her before the execution, time to help several of the patriots sneak inside. Commander Jameson shouldn't need much convincing to let me escort Day out, and even Thomas sounds like he understands that I want to. June. Thomas's voice breaks me out of my thoughts. Yes? He gives me a curious look and frowns slightly as if he's just remembering something. You weren't home last night. Stay calm. I smile a little and then glance casually back at the screen. Why do you ask? Well, I stopped by your apartment in the middle of the night. I knocked for a long time, but you didn't answer. It sounded like Ollie was there, so I knew you didn't go to the track. Where were you? I look back at Thomas with a steady face. I couldn't sleep. I went up to the roof for a while and watched the streets. You didn't bring your earpiece with you. I tried calling you, but just got static. Really? I shake my head. The reception must have been bad, because I had it on. It was pretty windy last night. He nods. You must be exhausted today. You better tell Commander Jameson if you don't want her to work you too hard. I give Thomas a frown this time. Turn the questions back around. What were you doing at my door in the middle of the night? Was it anything urgent? I didn't miss something from Commander Jameson, did I? No, nothing like that. Thomas gives me a sheepish grin and runs a hand through his hair. How anyone with blood on his hands could still look so carefree is beyond me. To be honest, I couldn't sleep either. I kept thinking how anxious you must be. Thought I'd surprise you. I pat his arm. Thanks, but I'll be fine. We'll execute Day tomorrow, and I'll feel much better afterward. Like you said, won't be long now. Thomas snaps his fingers. Oh, that was the other reason I wanted to see you last night. I wasn't supposed to tell you. It's supposed to be a surprise. Surprises don't sound like fun right now, but I fake some excitement. Ooh, what's that? Commander Jameson suggested it, and she got the courts to approve it. I think she's still pretty mad about how hard Day bit her hand when he tried to escape. Got what approved? Ah, there's the announcement now. Thomas glances back to the movie screen and points at the commercial that comes on. We're moving up Day's execution time. The commercial is nothing but a digital flyer, a single still image. It looks festive, dark blue text and photos over a white and green powdered background. I see Day's photo in the middle of it. Standing room only in front of Bolta Hall on Thursday, December 26th at 1700 hours for the execution of Daniel Alton Wing. Limited space available. Jumbotron viewing only. All the air squeezes out of my chest. I look back at Thomas. Today? Thomas grins. tonight. Isn't it great? You won't have to agonize through another whole day. I keep my voice upbeat. Good. I'm glad to hear it. But my thoughts turn into rising panic. This could mean so many things. Commander Jameson convincing the court to move his execution up a whole day is unusual in itself. Now he'll face the firing squad in only 8 hours, right as the sun starts to set. I can't get John out now. The entire day will be spent preparing for Day's execution. Even the hour has changed. The Patriots might not be able to meet me today. I'll have no time to get uniforms for them. I can't help Day escape. But that's not all. Commander Jameson chose not to tell me about this. If Thomas already knew last night, that means she told him yesterday evening at the latest before sending him home. Why wouldn't she tell me? She should think I'd be glad to hear that Day is to die 25 hours earlier than planned. Unless she suspects something, perhaps she wanted to throw me off just to test my reaction. Does Thomas know something he's keeping from me? Is all this ignorance about the plan just a mask to hide the truth? Or is Commander Jameson keeping him in the dark as well? The movie starts. I'm grateful I don't have to talk to Thomas anymore and can think in silence. Change of plans. Otherwise, the boy who didn't kill my brother will die tonight.